Cheers, vinyl community. What's going on? It's LJ, and it's vinyl update time, and long overdue too. I hope everybody in the vinyl community is doing awesome. And a huge thanks to all the new subscribers that have signed up in the past week or two. Thanks so much. Hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. Let's tear into it. Got some more snow coming. Oh boy, spring's right around the corner, right? The next person that leaves me a comment that says spring is right around the corner is getting banned, because it just isn't happening. So what's up? You can already hear it in the background. First is Dream Theater, Images and Words. The first time on vinyl in North America, and so exciting. I gotta tell you, I have to thank Craig, Zappa21786, for shooting me a quick text message, letting me know a few months ago that this was coming out. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, and I couldn't have been more deflated when I started hearing that people were getting it with huge splits in the top of the cover. And I've gotten a few newer vinyl like that as well, which just sucks because it's so expensive. So to see that happen is really disheartening. My copy of Use Your Illusion 2 had a big gash in the top as well. But this, fortunately, survived 100% unscathed, sounds awesome, limited to 200 copies, and mine is the black vinyl. There was 500 colored ones as well. They were about $8 to $10 more expensive, and to be honest with you, with so many things on the list, I just opted for the black vinyl. I was perfectly happy with that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Just looks awesome, sounds awesome, and as I was first opening it, just to make sure everything was alright, Record 1 came out. Nice poly-lined inner sleeves, by the way. They did a great job with this. No scuffs, all was good. Alright, whew. Alright, we're getting there. And then I pulled Record 2 out and saw that. I said, the label's off. The label's off. The labels were fine, but it looks like inside the poly sleeve, the circle that got cut out of the paper stayed in there. So it was a minor heart attack for nothing, but let me tell you, I was freaking out. The only thing I can say negative about this is, and King's drummer mentioned this, he said the cover, the artwork, something was up with it, and I didn't get what he meant by that. What do you mean the cover? It's just what it's always been. What it looks like is they took a low resolution image of the cover and blew it up for the vinyl, so it's definitely a little color copying machine kind of feel, a little pixelated. But I have to be honest with you, besides that, it sounds brilliant. I've listened to this 9 or 10 times all the way through and I can't get enough. I'm told Awake is next and I can't wait. So let's keep pushing on. This was a blind buy. This is called The Deserters from 1983. And this is just awesome. I mean, I looked at the cover real quick and it's got some writing on it. It might have belonged to a radio station. It was $1. This guy's kind of, I don't know, man, he's looking like an 80s actor. But it looked like kind of a punk album, or punkish. And to be honest with you, when I played it, it was very much so AOR. This is on Capitol, Purple Label, nothing special, but just a great AOR rock album in the vein of like a Journey or a Charlie. Something like that, not an Asia, that's more, a little more prog, but something along those lines, and if you like AOR, you would dig that. This is Julian Cope. This was a trade. You know, funny, again, King's drummer, it showed some Julian Cope, 80s rock, and I was like, alright, sounds cool, let me check it out. So I went on Discogs, and I was looking up Julian Cope, and I found St. Julian for sale. So I sent the seller an email. It was listed as VG+. So I sent the seller a quick note, said, hey, any hairlines or any damage to the cover or whatever. And the seller responded and said, LJ, you can have it. I was like, what? Who are you? Well, it turned out it was Andy, One Big Holiday. And so I took a look at Andy's want list, pulled up something that he wanted from his want list, sent it his way, Julian Cope came my way, and here it is. And that was just a funny story. It's like, you know, it's just the size that the VC has grown to, you just never know when you're going to run into someone. And I thought that was cool. Another quick dollar find. This is Lou Gramm, Ready or Not. Lou Gramm from Foreigner. I figured I'd take a chance on it. Ready or Not, I know was a hit, and Lou looks horrible on the cover. But I figured, for $1, what the hell? It actually wasn't bad. I mean, as far as AOR or rock albums go, yeah, alright, it goes good with the Foreigner stuff. But now onto some cooler stuff. David Bowie, this is the stuff that like gets the blood pumping. Lou Gramm is, yeah, alright, cool, I'm happy to own it, but man, pinups and a nice tight copy too. This is one of the last couple of Bowie albums I'm missing. So I found this. This was not expensive, and man, I was psyched that it was in great shape. It's on the black RCA label, which is perfectly fine with me. I think it's only maybe Young Americans in the first one, or Hunky Dory that I'm missing at this point. And the new one, it's called The Next Day, I believe. I can't remember. It's coming out in about a month. Which, leave me a comment. Anyone planning on getting that? It looks like the Heroes cover with a white paste over, which is kind of cool. But I was wondering if anyone's planning on getting it. If you've heard any sound clips, does it sound worth it? I mean, it's Bowie, but it's another 20 bucks. Here's a couple that I was really psyched about. First, this was a long-standing missing link in the Zappa collection, which is built slowly, and that's fine with me because I've had a hard time getting Zappa, so letting it build slowly and digesting it as it comes in has been key. But here's the Mothers of Invention, Freak Out, Little Susie Cream Cheese, What's Got Into You? And this, I want to be careful when I say it's an original pressing. I know there's some differences between pressings. This is on the Blue Verb label. Definitely very old or very early, if not original. And I believe I saw Marty, Mr. Platypus 9, talk about some differentiators inside that kind of indicate whether it's a first pressing or not. Something about a fan club. And this one says something about if you're planning on visiting LA, send away for a copy of a special map that the Mothers will put together for you. But I have listened to this now a few times, and I have to be honest with you, I think it's fantastic. I love it. It's definitely well worth the hype. Next one was not. This is Zappa from the 80s, and this is Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch. This has the hit Valley Girl on it, which is, I guess, Moon Unit, Frank's daughter, kind of rapping lyrics over it. Yeah. No, it did not work for me. Not that great. I guess it goes in the Zappa collection, and unless somebody wants to offer up something to trade for it. Here's my first Merlin album. I've been looking for a copy of Misplaced Childhood forever. But this just popped up while I happened to be digging. It's a 5-song EP, Fish on vocals, and this is from 1986. So this will forever be my entry point into Merlin. I've listened to it a couple of times, and I absolutely love it. So Script for Jester's Tear, Fugazi, and Misplaced Childhood are all the three that were on my list, and they're down here in the bottom. But they did not turn up. This one did, so I grabbed it, and I loved it. Here's one of the last missing links in the Bad Company catalog. This is Dangerous Age. Man, I love Bad Company, but I love Bad Company with Brian Howe on vocals. And Brian Howe, he was with Ted Nugent on Penetrator. Funny. But I found Holy Water not all that long ago, and Holy Water's just awesome. That was really tricky to come across. Dangerous Age wasn't too hard. Just coming across one in nice shape was a little tricky, but man, this is a great album. Here Comes Trouble followed Holy Water in 90 or 91, and that's just almost impossible to find. The Dangerous Age was a really cool ad. Like I said, I think at this point I'm only missing Dangerous Age as far as Bad Company goes, and that's it all the way from like the early 70s up to 1990 with Holy Water. Speaking of Brian Howe, who I love on vocals, I was able to polish off my Nuge collection once and for all. Here's Penetrator, and I had a decent copy of this, but this one's just near mint. This Red Atlantic label, not Canadian Red Atlantic, but Red Atlantic. And this has Brian Howe on vocals when kind of a period where Derek St. Holm was in and out, and I love Derek, but man, let me tell you, Brian Howe kills on this album. This is just an awesome hard rockin' album with lots of great guitar work from the Nuge. Fantastic stuff. And the other two I was missing showed up right behind it. Here's Little Miss Dangerous, and this is 1985 with the world's worst picture of Ted, Uncle Ted on the back. Absolutely horrible. Not a bad album, not fantastic, but again, closing out the Nuge catalog, it was needed, and so was If You Can't Lick 'Em, Lick 'Em. Man, you gotta love Nugent. And this is 1988, so again, this is one that doesn't show up too often. All three of them showed up at the same place, and I was like, yep, let's just finish Nuge and be done with it. And I was really happy I did too. This, I'm happy to own it. It's an okay album. It's not Nuge's best. Of the three, Penetrator rocks unbelievably hard, and they kind of just go gradually down from there. But it's alright. It's worth it for the cover alone. I mean, come on. Come on. Let's see, there's two more here. The first is kind of a comp, the Psychedelic Furs, All of This and Nothing. I love the furs, and I love the album or jacket artwork on this one. It's just fantastic. And this was just great stuff. I mean, there's a great write-up on the back that it's got stuff from Pretty in Pink, The Ghost in You, Imitation of Christ, Sister Europe. Lots and lots and lots of great Psych Furs material from all the way from 1980 up until 1988. Killer stuff, or 86 with Pretty in Pink. And the last one, this is another blind buy. This is the Waterboys, Pagan Place. I wasn't too sure what to expect from this. This is from 1983, 84. And I guess this is kind of their first album, or first demo and first album combined. Excuse me. Definitely pretty good stuff. I was thinking it might be kind of maybe Smiths-ish or something along those lines. And it definitely was. It's a product of its time, but it was a really good album. It's more a more Irish-Scottish kind of stuff. Celtic kind of rock, like think Big Country. That kind of sound to it. Really, really cool. This, if you put the needle down on this and U2's War and then Big Country's debut, you're going to listen to 3 great albums in a row. So right along those lines. And that is it as far as my update goes, which is fine because that side of Dream Theater just ended. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for a response to a couple of threads that are out there, and I hope everybody's doing well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Ciao.